This video presents paramount parenting tips to lead your kids to happy and conscious lives. These simple but powerful ingredients will empower your parenting skills. Now, let's get started with the first ingredient. Number 1. Attitude is everything. The pedagogical strategies behind positive parenting is the same as positive psychology. To raise kids to their full potential, parents need to nurture their innate talents and abilities, along with constructing the strengths to encourage them and boost their self-esteem. The focus of this parenting style is on building and supporting to nurture your child like a sprout, rather than putting them under pressure and manipulating them. No more mindlessly obedient. Fear of producing uncontrollable, misbehaving and spoiled children is always haunting many parents. As a result, they still re-adopt old-fashioned child discipline techniques from the strict Victorian age, hoping that their children can be obedient and lovable like angels. You do as I say, no discussion. Or even worse, the threatening version. You do as I say, or else. The result of this authoritarian parenting style is very short-term in the sense that, yes, you might get instant obedience. But the point is, your children need skills to become conscious human beings. Let's teach them skills of questioning insensitive concepts, making reasonable choices, and being responsible for living with the consequences of their own choices. Positive conscious parenting is not about exercising rigid control to get our kids to obey mindlessly. In a sense, the aim of this parenting style is much more long-term. Besides showing respect and empathy for the little person, the aim of conscious parenting is paving the way for happy and conscious adults. The mirror effect. If you give your children positive focus and attitude, you will receive back the same thing. No surprise at all. Your positive attitude and unconditional acceptance will literally rub off on your child and make your child feel accepted and good about himself or herself. The mirror effect is so strong that it's simply impossible for your child not to be affected by it. Therefore, positive parenting does not encourage yelling, spanking, making threats, talking down to etc. Positive conscious parenting turns the traditional parenting discipline upside down by focusing on that which we actually want our child to feel and learn. Like unconditional love, acceptance, respect, understanding and so on and so forth. Expect bad behavior. It's the mirror effect again. If you expect your child to be happy and respect you, your child will do his or her very best to live up to that as well. From a deep understanding of the mirror effect, you could give your child the best in your area of responsibility, which is the principle of a real positive parenting approach. So please, make a choice of what you want in your kid. Because of the power of the mirror effect, everything starts with you, the parent. Everything. To do this, please create conditions for children to choose and be responsible for their decisions. It is best to make objective choices, stick to the characteristics of your own children. So, what is it you want? What is it you want your child to learn and feel? The best thing you can do is to make an overall choice and try to stick to it. You should fulfill your children's needs such as love, touch, respect, understanding, choice-making, security and comfort. Even though it may sound unbelievably tough on the parent, making this overall choice has made parenting really easy. Why? Because when the child does not have many unmet needs, the child does not have any reason to misbehave. Number 2. Give your children love and acceptance unconditionally. A positive and conscious parenting approach revolves around meeting your child's essential needs. It doesn't mean that you have to accept bad behavior, but your child separated from his or her behavior. Maybe they are just craving for your attention, acceptance, and love. You need to imagine that you have two pairs of sunglasses in different shades that make you see the world in different colors when you put them on. These sunshades will make you think that your child is misbehaving and being naughty and disobedient. Perhaps you'll hold back your affection for a while and send your child to his or her room as a way to punish your child. Let's look at your child with unconditional positive regard. Perhaps your child needs to be seen, heard, understood or respected, or perhaps he or she just wants to feel unconditionally loved and accepted. With these shades on, you will now try out different need-meeting strategies. Do you see why the label, naughty kid, doesn't really make sense when you wear these shades? A naughty child is probably just a child in need of something. Therefore, when your child is misbehaving, your child will need more love, need more attention, not less love or less attention. Providing unconditional love no matter what the circumstances are the central core of unconditional parenting. Number 3. Deep presence and attention. What your children probably need is your discernible presence, so just tune in and use your common sense and strong parental gut feeling to get into their hearts. This unconditional fulfilling of needs is the strategy of positive parenting's intuitive sister, attachment parenting. Attachment parenting is about tuning into your child to be able to read your children in order to get to know them. In this way, positive parenting and attachment parenting are less concerned with questions of ways to discipline a child, because making things work is not a question of discipline. It's a question of love and connection. When you really connect with your children and provide them with what they really need, discipline in the old-fashioned sense is unnecessary. When you respect your child will respect you, and discipline becomes superfluous. Number 4. Respect and dignity. Respect is treating your child as a real person with dignity and the right to be seen and heard. Your child shouldn't just be overruled because you're more experienced due to your age. Respect is most clearly found in our manner of speaking and our tone of voice. Good parent-child relationships are about listening to what your child actually has to say and about responding in a respectful manner. Your child might be upset when you say no without further explanation. To fix it, try getting closer to him, giving him the full presence and attention, looking him deeply in the eyes and explaining thoroughly. He may not like your explanation, but at least he knows that you give him positive attention and respect. Number 5. Responsibility and making choices. Overall rules, routines, and overall guidelines are prerequisites that every child should have. Knowing how things work and what to expect will help children feel safe. This sense of security is vital for them in the process of exploring the entire world and developing their skills. However, an important part of raising responsible children is also allowing them to take on a degree of responsibility. Responsibility seen through the old-fashioned parenting style lens would typically be you must do the dishes to learn the responsibility of housekeeping. Here responsibility is typically seen in terms of obeying orders by taking on adult chores. If you want obedient adults that are good at following orders, this is the way to do it. However, responsibility seen through the lens of positive conscious parenting is about teaching your kids to take responsibility for his or her own life in a much broader sense. It's about teaching your child that the world is open, that within any framework there is always a range of choices, but whatever you choose, you will have to live with the consequences of that choice. So the big question in relation to child discipline is, how do we have rules while at the same time being flexible, so there is space for our child's choice making? Also, how do we respect our child's needs without compromising our own? Basically, the key is that you, the parent, decide the overall framework because you know what is needed on an overall level, but you allow your child to make choices within your framework. What is your experience in parenting? Tell us in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.